Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Good morning, dear students, and
Good
welcome
morning, Miss.
to our science class. Who can tell me what is the day today? What is the day today? Yes, ya Jayda. Today is
Monday.
Monday. Excellent. And what is the date, ya Maryam?
Yes, Miss.
What is the date today?
The date is September 27th.
Excellent, excellent, excellent. And guys, we are learning about some animals' behavioral adaptation. What are some animals' behavioral adaptation? We are learning about animals' behavioral adaptation. Who can tell me what did you learn yesterday with me? What are behavioral adaptation? They can be two things, what or what? Hi, Amunia. If you know this behavioral adaptation, what do you call it? If you're born with it and you only feel it and you can do it just like that without learning it, what do we call this behavioral? Sleepy Yasmina. Wake up, wake up. Remember, guys? If you know the behavioral, if animals behave and they know the behavioral, what do I call it?
Instinctive.
Excellent. What about if they are copying their mothers or they are copying other animals to do some behavioral? What do I call it?
Behavior.
A learned behavior. Excellent, learned behavior. And we talked about a lot of examples. We said that animals, they do some behaviorals. Why? Because they need to survive. They need to find food, they need to find shelter. Okay? Today, also, we are going to complete about these behaviors for finding food and finding shelter. They need to survive in this life. So they act in a certain way to survive their lives. If they don't have their instinct tells them what to do, okay, they will be hungry, they will be cold, they will feel wet. This is what animals would be without their instinct, without their feeling to find food and shelter. That's why it's very important to have their instinct for finding food and shelter. You know that every animal will look for food when it's hungry. Even us, even humans, not only animals. Do you know that or not? Finding food is an instinctual behavior, but finding food, or let's say hunting, it can be learned behavior. Who teach their cubs how to hunt? Hi, Rilam. Who teach their kids how to hunt?
The parents.
Yes, okay. Which animal teach their kids how to hunt?
The koala bears, because when they see humans, they run faster. And
Okay. Yes, polar bear, they teach their kids how to hunt. They eat fish, not humans. That's right. But some other animals, they don't wait until there's someone will teach them how to make this behavior. Some people, some animals, they teach themselves by experience. Remember the chimpanzee using the tool? This chimpanzee, he was trying more and more until he succeed how to use a tool. So a learned behavior can be by watching others or can be by experience. Now, please, guys, take a look at this fish. Please, guys, you can tell me after the class. Only if you have a question, you can raise your hand.
Yes,
A
it's a
very
question.
important question related to the class, okay?
Yeah, it's related to the lesson.
Yes, Yali. Yes, dear.
It's something we will take it today.
Sorry?
Did you say the last class? Did you say I will say what is the hibernation?
Yes, of course. When we reach there, you will be my assistant, okay?
Like the miss.
Yes, thank you, Alien. Thank you. Okay, look at this fish. Yes, ya Lamar Al-Falih, you raised your hand?
Yeah,
Yes, dear.
that sometimes when people go fishing, they put a worm on the fishing thing. I don't know what it's called. Fish like to eat them.
So their
Eat.
instinct brings them to eat this food because they need to find food. And then humans will catch them. Okay, this is good, very good. Now, in this picture, ya Lamar, what do you think this fish is doing?
He's finding food.
Excellent. And they find food by what? Is it a learned behavior or it's their instinct tells them that they need to find food?
It's their instinct.
Excellent, excellent. Well done. Their instinct tells them that they need to find food. Very good. Thank you. You can find the page number over here on the top right corner. Okay?
Yes, you know that you know
Now take
all
a
of
look at this bear. This bear, what? This bear will do what? Hiya, Jenna. Look at
something.
the bear. This bear is doing what?
It's not to eat the fish.
Excellent, excellent. Finding food is an instinct behavior. What about hunting the food, ya Yasmin? Hunting food. When this bear hunt food, when this bear try to catch the fish, how to catch the fish? Is it a learned
Yes,
behavior or an instinct?
instinct.
Okay, their instinct tells them that they are hungry and they need to find food. How about catching food or hunting the food? Say it again, Yasmina. Is it a learned or instinct?
Teacher, I can't hear you.
When bears go find food, it's an instinct, okay? Their instinct tells them that they need to find food. But how to catch their food, what do I call this behavior?
What can I say? Or detection.
Is it a learned or their instinct tells them how to catch?
They learned.
Excellent. So they learn from who? They learn how to hunt or catch a fish from who?
Miss, I am البتر I know. From their mom.
Excellent, Yasmina, from their mommies. So these bears come to the stream. Why? To catch the salmon. And the bear wait for the fish to swim upstream. And this is a learned behavior. When they wait for the prey to come, so this is a learned behavior. Also, these birds, they learn how to build a nest. So, Maryam, is it a learned behavior or instinct?
What is that?
The
How
birds,
is
when
it?
they build the nest.
It's a learned behavior.
Very good. Now, let me give you a top, sorry, let me give you a little bit difficult question. When they try to find shelter, is it a learned behavior? When they know that they need to find a shelter?
I think, yeah.
So there is someone tells them that you need to find a shelter. You need to find a home.
Yeah.
No, it's their instinct. When you feel that you need
Oh.
to find food or find shelter, it's an instinct behavior. But when you build the house, It's a learned behavior. Someone must tell you how to build a nest or how to build a house. This is a learned behavior. But when you know that you need to find shelter, this is an instinct behavior. Now you know what is the difference between those two? Very good. Also, over here, take a look at the grapher. This grapher gopher used what it has, soil and claws, to make a shelter in the ground. Again, how to make a shelter? It's a learned behavior by experience. So he will try more and more how to build a shelter, and then it will be a learned behavior by experience. But in the beginning, that they need to find shelter, it's their instinct what tells them that they need to do. Now take a look at this ant house. What is this? What do we call this ant house? Huh? Who knows what is the name of this ant house? Hi, Fatima.
Yes, I know what's his name.
Okay, what's its name?
A hill?
Ant hill. Excellent. Ant hill. Thank you, Eileen. Okay, please, guys, someone else tell me. Why would ant make their own ant hill? Hi, Lamar. Lamar الدمح. Tell me, why would ant make an ant hill? Why?
Because they can make their own shelter.
Excellent, excellent. What do they put in their own shelter? Yeah, Dina. Hi, Dina. What do they do in their shelter? What do they put inside, Yara? Can you tell me, Yara? What about you, Rilam As-Sulami? Can you tell me? Ant, what do they put inside this hell?
They put
I know.
like food.
Excellent.
They take food and go into that hole.
Very good, very good. Excellent. Thank you, Yarilam. They store some food and sometimes they lay their eggs inside so no one can take them. Now, how animals
Can you
survive? How does building an ant hell will help a group of ants? Can you tell me? How it will help them when they build this ant?
Miss, I know.
Yes, tell me.
Miss, I know.
Yes, please tell me.
Because it's vegan, it's good for ants to like be along with each other and save them from anything.
Excellent, very good. Also, what do they put inside?
They put food and some other things that they
And
make.
also, when it's cold, it protects them from the environment. So, the ant hill gives the ants space to live, store food, and protect them from the environment. I'm going to give you time to write just at the end of the class, okay? Now, my assistant, Lian Al-Bahith, will try to help me over here. Now, some of the ways for finding shelters, we call it hibernation and migration. Some animals, they hibernate or migrate. In a very simple words, let's say that some animals travel or sleep a lot. Now, let's give the mic to Lean. Tell me, what do I mean by hibernate?
Hibernation means that when you fall in a long time of sleep.
Okay, so some animals you are
like in the winter.
okay.
Also the bear sleeps.
Very nice. So, Lynn, you are saying that some animals fall asleep for a very long time?
Yeah, like the bear, it sleeps for a month.
Oh, it sleeps for a month or for a season?
For seasons.
Okay, what happened to this animal when it sleeps this amount of time?
Can I tell you why he sleep?
Okay, why? Yes, tell me why.
Because when when winter comes, during the winter he sleeps because it's cold out and he don't bring food for himself.
Excellent. So, guys, Lean is telling us that the bear goes to sleep in winter. It hibernates. Why? Because if he's hungry or something, he will not find some food to eat. Because during winter, most of animals move from the cold place to the warm place, and moving or traveling means migration. So migrating and hibernating both are related together. Hibernate means to sleep, but migrate means to travel. In a simple word, before animals go to deep sleep for the whole winter season, do you think they prepare or not? Hi, Aline. Can you tell me? Do polar bears prepare before they sleep?
Oh,
How do they prepare? What do they do?
they eat.
Excellent. They eat a lot. They eat a lot and they store food a lot. So once they are up, they can find food and they can have enough energy to survive. Now let's go to the other word, yeah, Maryam. What do I mean by migration? If hibernation means to sleep, what do I mean by migration?
I think means when you wake up from the long hibernation.
No, it's when some animals move from one place to
Another?
excellent. Why do animals move or migrate, yeah, Maryam? Why?
To find a better place.
Excellent, to find a better place. They will leave the winter or the cold place and they will go to a warmer place. Okay, now let's take
Yeah.
a look for some
Wait,
examples.
nothing.
Okay,
Is
look
that
at
an
these.
animal?
These are examples of animals who sleep during winter. Okay, the first one is the ground squirrel. The ground squirrel, he will eat and eat and eat a lot until he gain weight and become fat so he can survive the winter hibernation. He can
Wait.
survive the long days sleeping during winter. Once he wake up in the summer, he will become having enough energy to move all around again. Okay, guys,
Oh,
one more
so
thing let
that's
me
it.
tell you about hibernation. When animals sleeps a lot, do you know what happens to them? When they go to hibernate or to deep sleep, what happens to them? Their heart rate will become very slow. Now, I want you all to touch your heart. Tell me, how fast is your heart? Is it too fast, normal, or too slow? Can you touch your heart, everyone? Touch your heart. Touch your heart. Come on. Is it too slow or too fast or normal?
Normal.
Normal. Excellent.
Normal. No, no
Normal.
heart.
Normal.
Mine is like my heart is like this big, this big, this big.
So it's normal. Do you know animals who goes to hibernate, deep, deep, deep sleeping, their heart rate will become very slow. It will become boop, boop,
It will
boop,
become really slow.
really, really slow. Do you know why?
Why?
So they can sleep a lot and survive the whole winter, and they can store their energy for later when they wake up. Not only the ground squirrel, also a bat will hibernate during winter. It will wait for the spring. When the spring comes and the weather becomes warmer, they will wake up and they will find food so they can survive. Also, these snakes, can you see these snakes? They gather all in the den and sleep together so they can feel warm. During winter, they don't have some activity to do because if they're up all winter, they will never find food. That's why they need to hibernate. Now, everyone knows what does it mean to hibernate? Animals goes to hibernate so they can survive winter, deep sleeping. Now, what about other animals? Other animals, they prefer to migrate or to move from someplace cold to someplace warm. They do not prefer to
Can I
sleep
finish
for a long
something?
night. They prefer to travel. So we have some animals, we call them travelers. Why? Hi, Ayara.
Yes, miss.
Why? Why do animals move from someplace cold to someplace warm?
Because sometimes
Mm-hmm.
maybe it became cold, but they want something like a warm place.
Excellent. So they can survive. If they want to survive, they need to move.
Yes, sometimes they like the cold and they want to go somewhere cold, not hot or
Ex-
warm.
they don't want to go to the cold places. Do you know why? Because they can't find food during winter in that place. They need a warmer place so they can find food and shelter. So they need to migrate to survive. Like who? Look at this picture. What is this animal? Who can tell me,
It's a
guys?
whale.
A gray whale.
Gray whale.
A gray whale will move from the Antarctic area to warm Mexico. Do you know why? So it can lay their eggs and they can find food, they can find shelter. They do not like cold weather. They need to move, they need to migrate. And gray whales have the longest migration routes. Do you know that? They travel up to 21,000 kilometers each year. This is a very long space that they take. Now, what about these
Can
swans?
I tell you something about the gray whales?
Yes, yes, Yabatul, tell me.
Um, do you know even when they swim,
Hmm.
they swim so slow, and even they stay in the deep places, so they have warmer water, so they can let our their young savor from
Excellent,
cold.
excellent. So they can put their youngs and make them feel safe. When they grow up, they will take them back to the Antarctic after the cold goes away. Yes. Also, the swan, they go from cold weather to a warmer weather, so they migrate. Also, they wait for their eggs to hatch. After they hatch, they will take them with them and migrate again to a warmer place. Okay? So not only gray whales travels, also the swans travels from someplace cold to someplace warm. This map will show you the routes of the gray whales and the swan. Look at the purple arrow. The purple arrow shows you the route of the gray whales from where they travel from Alaska all the way to Mexico in winter so they can have a very good shelter. What about the swan? They come all the way from Alaska and come to the United States or over here, Atlantic Ocean, see? So they can have shelter that they help them to survive during winter. Okay, guys. Now, after learning about migration and hibernation, do you have any question about them?
No.
Miss, I have a question, but not about migration and hibernation.
Okay, what's your question?
About the lesson.
Yes, what's your question?
My question is that I don't understand what is mean and sticks.
Instinct, all right. Instinct is a very important behavior. For example,
And
when
learned
animals,
behavior. Learned
We have
behavior.
a question.
It means when the animal already learned.
Miss, I
No
have a
need to
question.
learn.
okay, just a minute. Let me explain for your friend about instinct and learned behavior. Now, some actions or behaviors animals do without learning or without watching others and copying them. They just feel that. Okay, like feeling hungry or feeling that they need to eat or they need to find shelter. Does someone tells them how to find shelter or how to feel hungry? Come on. Does someone tells them how to feel hungry?
No, he feel.
They just feel that. So their instinct
Oh,
tells
they
them
just
that
feel
they
that.
have to eat or they have to sleep or they have to have some house. See? It's their
Okay.
instinct. Also, when a spider makes
Well,
a web, one tells them when no one tells an animal what to do and they just act by themselves, it's their instinct. But when they copy their moms or when they copy some others or when they try to build a shelter one time and another time and another time until they succeed, this is a learned behavior. A learned behavior can be copying from others or by experience.
I don't
other
know.
than that, other than that, it's their instinct. So it's your instinct tells you that you need to survive. You need to find shelter. You need to find home. You need to eat, find food. So it's your instinct tells you
Miss,
that.
now can I explain it to you because
Yes.
can I yes, the instinct that something tell you you need to go uh, to go eat, to go drink water, you're hungry or like this, and the learned behavior that copying others.
Excellent. Very good. Very. Okay, guys, I want to stop recording now so I can put for you the page to write. Okay?
Yes.
Now let's say bye bye to recording.
Bye bye. Record.
Bye bye,
Bye.
recording. Bye.